think so. I don't know, but anything's possible. But at the deck, there's deck posts that are set on the retaining wall as well. So if the retaining wall moves, the deck is going to move. So it's something you want to look into a little bit further as far as getting some kind of repairs done on it.
Something to keep in mind. Maybe you can show it to us.
Yeah.
How imminent is that? Hard to say.
I can't predict things like that. Yeah, I don't know. It could be nothing. But it's
Just something to note that the retaining wall.
pay attention to. It's got a little stack cracking going through it. So even like, obviously around the whole house you got these retaining walls. All these ones over here look pretty good. You got this one that's bowing in just a little bit around the garage.
Okay.
Pretty minor, but even like right here it's bowing in a little bit. But, something to just pay attention to.
Okay.
If you're noticing it shifting or cracking or anything, you probably want to have somebody come out and take a look at it, come up with some repairs for it.
Okay.
But other than that, the siding looked great. The roof, I haven't got on the roof yet, but as far as I can tell, it was like pretty
The roof isn't very old, so.
Yeah,
2019, I can't remember.
Looks good. Yeah. So. I'm just gonna grab my ladder real quick and then I'm gonna hop up there and take a look.
No, sir, I want to see some Spider-Man moves out of you.
So I went on a...
Come on, then. There we go. All right, let's follow our little friend around.
Okay.
Is he talking about a retaining wall down here?
Underneath, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
You guys been on the phone almost every day.
Close,
Me too.
right? It's like, first off, stop Googling stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You're Googling yourself into a spiral,
Yeah. It's pretty normal for her.
Yeah. There's just too much information out there, and, it's not all good. The question was proposed to me, do they want that hoist?
Okay.
Just shoot that out there, because I might forget, because these little details don't matter to me.
The boat lift?
Yeah, the boat lift, I think, is what that, which is a great thing to have, and they're hard to move, so they might just want to leave it.
Yeah.
If the seller was going to leave me a boat hoist, I'd be like, yes, especially if it doesn't look bad. This one looks great. Because they're a few $1,000s, and eventually they're going to want a boat. But it's a pain in the butt to move the thing.
Yeah, I can't imagine why they would
say no. Now, if they're going to try to sell it to them, that's a different story. But I would say if they're going to willing to just leave it, do it. So the landscaping, let me show you what they're talking about so you can help convey this. So the septic field comes down to about here.
Yeah.
So they're talking about what has to go.
Right.
This has to go.
Right.
This little plant will go someplace. And they're trying not to pull out anything here, but some of this janky shit will probably need to go because they're going to want to put the field under that. So, and the sort of quote that they're talking about would be to put in more arborvitae, which is this tall type of thing that just grows up and you don't have to maintain it. But it makes for a nice retaining wall look.
Yeah.
So I think they were saying if they need to replace any trees, they'll do them with those because they kind of are zero maintenance.
Right.
And they grow quickly. They grow to be 15 feet tall, and then they just look like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Just in case your mom was like, "What are they gonna do?"
Well, she wanted. The last I'd heard, the buyers were going to cover 2/3 or something. Some
yeah,
indication of that.
we kind of finally worked it out.
And she said, take lots of pictures because I want to know what it looks like. so
Right.
we can just either duplicate it or do our own thing.
Right.
Knowing my mom, she'll want the drought. Well, I don't know. She'll want to absolutely Google her own landscaping.
Right.
But
And yeah, and she can talk to the landscaper because she's going to have control of that. But I would take pictures of this, and what we were talking about doing is having the landscaper come out and remove these, so he knows how they go back in.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I would assume that she's going to want this to stay the same and match.
Yes.
And
I
then,
would imagine so.
yeah. And then they can dig this area up.
I can show you what I was talking about back here.
Yeah.
That'd be great. The good thing is they don't have to come into this area, which is where the real landscaping starts.
Right.
You know?
Anything identifiable on the roof?
No, the roof is great.
Okay.
Yeah,
it was great.
Yeah.
Get that done,
Yeah.
and then we'll take on the garage.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Is he working in the garage?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Right? Oh, that's a good question. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's really all I wanted to show you there, but
Okay. After you.
left it open here.
Oh, even better. Okay. Well, I also told her that everybody in Michigan has an air purification system. Because there's so much pollen here. Well, I've got at least,
Sorry, what did you say?
I said if I see any signs of mold, I'll point it out to you.
Okay.
they always do.
Great. Yeah.
And, you know, I also explained to her there's mold in every house. It's just a matter of where and what kind and what the extent is and whether or not it's an issue. And these guys, you know, they don't test mold. They just point it out.
Right.
And they don't even know if it's mold. They're like, there's a dark spot. That could be mold,
Yeah.
you know.
No,
And
we
that's-
had a little patch in the place we got, and I finally had a roll remediation
Yeah,
guy, and he said this isn't a problem.
right.
So,
It's not.
but you talk to, I mean, a homeowner from California who has mold in their house. That's a big deal.
Right.
So you can see.
Right. Oh, yeah, things are different. Yeah.
Right. Right. So. Very exciting.
There's really a lot of activity out on the lake too.
I know, right? I mean, well, what
Is
else?
there a lot of activity on your lake?
I'm way up north.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm in Huron, so not really.
Not really.
This is at the end of the chain, so it's going to be the least amount of activity of
Right,
all the lakes.
right,
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Just enough to be interesting, but not enough to be annoying.
We've been talking about attaching a permanent flotation device to the 5-year-old
Oh.
because
If you do some really strict, like if you're going to go outside in the yard, you got to wear a little, just make sure you get him a good one that he likes. Let him pick it,
yeah,
maybe.
oh, yeah. But it's funny. They asked me where I was going today. I'm like, you know, your grandma was thinking about buying this house, and they didn't bat an eyelash. It was like, remember when they came with it?
Uh-huh.
They assumed that's why we were here.
Okay.
That, yeah,
We're buying
choosing
this. Well,
house.
duh. Yeah, why isn't it done yet?
Yeah, right. They have no concept of, well, this is a process.
Right, right.
Yeah.
When's Grandma taking us to the
Yeah,
water?
right. If only everything looked like that.
Yeah, right.
Did you say your daughter just graduated college?
No, she's got one more year.
Okay. And what was she studying in?
English. Don't ask questions. I don't. God only knows. I'm sure you can use it in a lot of different things, so we'll see
Yeah.
what happens.
You know, my mom was in software development
Right.
for 30 years, and she said being able to think effectively.
Oh, yeah. That's number one.
She said, I take someone who could actually convey their ideas to the team rather
Right.
than a hotshot programmer.
Oh, totally.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
In my business, communication's key. If I'm having communication
so
with
is
you.
mine,
Yeah. I mean, the reason we got through this one okay was because the other realtor's also a good communicator. So we were able to pick up the phone and really go, look, this is what my client wants, this is what my client wants, and like, well, how do we close this gap, you know?
There was a fair amount of soothing. It's gonna be fine, Mom.
Oh yeah, yeah, totally, right?
But yeah, no,
Like, you guys are spending too much time alone. Maybe, you know, just go have dinner and don't talk about this anymore. I see a lot of houses. This is a great house.
Yeah. They said they did a gut check a couple of days ago.
Yeah, because I sent him the doomsday text message. It was time.
Yeah.
I said, you know, what would it feel like to lose this?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Because that's what we are. And us hemming and hawing and taking too much time and too much demanding means the seller's like, you know what? Screw it, I'm staying. And that's when your mom was like, you know what? Let's hammer this out. I'm like, there we go.
Yeah,
That's what I like to hear.
Right. Well, if that makes you feel better, it took me 30 plus years probably to figure out how to do that. And
Right.
you did it in a couple of weeks, so well done.
I deal with people all the time. So, you know, I'm going to let you work it through.
Right.
And if you can't get there, I'm going to have to play hardball a little bit. And, you know,
Yeah.
it's in your best interest because I don't want to, you know, I have one goal. If you guys want this house, I want to get you in it. You know.
Yeah.
I've had disgruntled clients that are like, I feel like you're, you know, working for the other side. I'm like, no, I'm just trying to get you to understand that you're towing the line of losing this.
Yeah.
And so what I'm doing is playing against what you think is being smart. And, and
No, it comes back to communication.
yeah, I'm trying to make sure you don't hurt yourself in this deal, you know? You know, when your kid says, I want to jump off the roof, you know, you want to let them do everything they want to do, but sometimes you got to go, yeah, that one's not going to go, that's not going to go your favor, babes.
Yeah.
Did you make that mess?
I was going to make a joke, but I'm not going to make it.
They're clearly going through some stuff here. All right. So that goes out to the hallway, and then that goes out to the outside. Screen has seen better.
This is the coolest spot in the house right here. You got access right out the door. Your
I
bedroom
know.
here.
It is the best bedroom, I think. Unless you're trying to contain a rogue child, then that's
Yeah, well, I was thinking,
maybe
great spot. Yeah, you're like a teenager.
maybe a high up block. I don't know about a teenager either. Come on now.
Well, if
Oh yeah, I forgot about this room.
Right. Total bonus.
They had to take out a tile to fit it.
I know, right? Isn't that funny? Can't fit your weight room in there.
You could totally mount a TV.
There's your radon system. Looks like it's functioning.
yeah, so it's working.
There's your meter. Means the fan's running. Oh, I see. You're right. I think I had that in the 90s. I hung my clothes on it. So this is your
Water, all your water shut off while
your water softener system. Looks like it's got an iron out. Is that right? That looks like an iron removal tank and a... Maybe not. Maybe it is. What do I know?
yeah, I'm not sure. Filter, salt.
Maybe an iron filter. Maybe the water softener. So that would be your iron filter. Is what I think.
Right here.
And then, yeah,
Yeah,
iron filter.
There you
Well,
go.
now that we learned that we can actually read, that's great. What's in there? Just more access to that.
Pump, sewage pump, maybe.
Oh, I think that's probably correct. I think there's a pump for down here to get the... right, there would have to be a pump.
Yeah, that's that. You can hear the water going in there.
Okay. I believe you. Say that again. Hold on. So,
The sewage pump
right.
back here is for the bathroom downstairs.
Okay.
That pumps all the sewage, kind of like a sump pit, into the pit, and it pumps it up to the drainage system.
Toilet and water from the sink.
Right. Water from the sink, toilet, shower.
And shower. Right on. Everything is
So
in
just
there.
like a sump pump, it can break or fail.
Right.
You might have to replace it at some point.
Something to keep in
If
in
you run
mind.
the water down here and you don't hear it go off.
Just to understand how your house works. Is that
Yeah.
where we are here?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. This is their well pump. Okay. They haven't just insulated it.
Get in there, boy. Don't be afraid.
Breaker box.
Breaker, breaker.
Good to know.
Yep.
We need to do our own electrical work.
Oh no, don't do your own.
Oh, that's all they've been doing.
That's...
All of our. Do you have any idea what's under the tile upstairs in this laminate? It's probably a concrete slab, but
This
upstairs.
has got to be a slab. No idea. I'm guessing a... Anything of interest?
No, got a double tap in there. I don't know what it's for.
What's a double tap?
I believe it means you're running two lines into one trip.
It says master bed and bath, so I don't know what that's. Probably just the. It's not the GFI. That could be the GFCI. It's not labeled GFCI, so I don't know for sure, but typically you're not supposed to have two wires going into one branch, one circuit. Looks like it's just some lighting there.
Furnace check. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Bryant?
Is there a water heater somewhere? Yeah, it is back here.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Get in there.
Well, I feel sorry for the plumber that has to come out.
Right? Let's hope no
Do the
plumber
work.
has to come out. Is that a...
Zip tie.
Oh, it's more serious of a... All right, water heater way back in the abyss. I guess there's a door over there you can get to it.
Yep.
So that's cool. Side door. Come in. You know, if this big cabinet wasn't here, you'd be have pretty easy access to that. So that will be gone at some point. All good?
Looks good. Yeah, the water heater, the vent on it's undersized.
I've seen that a lot recently.
Pretty common.
Yeah. Guess they've changed the code on it at some point.
Yeah, the newer ones usually require them. It says that's a bigger unit. It says commercial grade. I'd imagine that would most certainly require the 4-inch vent. Just depends on the manufacturer. But usually 4 inches is required. They probably just left the old vent
Right.
there and then replace it. Yeah, all this stuff is new. 2021, 2019 on the, or 2018, I think, on the water heater.
Nice.
There's got to be a light switch somewhere for this, right?
There's a theory on that, but I don't know. I couldn't find it. I don't remember how that all came on. Hey, here's the, look at this. Look familiar?
Oh, there it is.
Well, that was easy, huh?
Oh, it was up and see.
Yeah. Got you a drink?
Yeah, right.
It's a little early.
A little early. Well, it's past noon. Yeah, all I gotta do is just kick the furnace on, but that's, well, we still gotta go look at the garage, but that's basically it. Those few little things I told you so far.
Yeah, looks good.
Nothing, show stopping. In my opinion, anyway. Or mold or
No signs, right?
no signs. Beautiful.
Head into the garage. It's not much to see in here. I mean, just looking for a nice, structurally perfect, good place to do some woodworking, you know.
Yeah, I think she's actually planning on storing her woodworking stuff at our place.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she says it's silly for us to have two shops, you know.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, look at all fishing poles. Got it dialed in.
Any buttons in here? I wonder. Oh yeah, right here. Oh, this will be their bicycle storage workshop.
Right.
Safety features that work in the auto reverse, the photo eyes.
Cool.
Little cracking in the floor, just a little minor crack.
Awesome.